Hey everybody, happy Black History Month and welcome to another video from Caught Up in a Book with Lauren. I'm Lauren, and here on Caught Up in a Book with Lauren, we offer book reviews and more for the culture. So today's video is going to fall into the and more category because we are talking about the first Black soap opera on broadcast or network TV in over 30 years. Have you guys heard of Beyond the Gates? Beyond the Gates is the newest Black soap opera that is coming to CBS this month. Okay, we're going to end Black History Month with a bang. Okay, so Beyond the Gates is going to debut on CBS February 24th, 2025. Okay, so many of us of a particular age, at least, know all about the soap operas. We were raised on the soap operas. You might not watch them per se, but it's like that tale when you stay home. You might stay home with your mama, your grandmama. They're going to give you some soup and crackers. You're going to lay on the couch, this, that, and the other, and you got to watch what they watch. Okay? And the mamas and the grandmamas of my day was watching the soaps. My grandmother's favorite soap was Days of Our Lives. I had to think about it, but it was Days of Our Lives. I think she also dibbled and dabbled in All My Children, but Days of Our Lives is the one that I, could catch on to because I knew a little bit from her. So they had Stefano, Marlena. I don't remember nobody else's name right now, but I know we had the two of them, okay? So soap operas, they kind of feel a little throwback, old school in a good way, not necessarily a bad way per se. The updated, I don't want to say millennial version because as a millennial for me it's not given, but the updated version of soap opera, the closest thing that we have to soap operas is almost anything that Tyler Perry puts out on TV. His TV shows give very soap opera-esque. The reason why I stopped watching, I think it was The Oval, is because it was like, you know what, I can't do this. It was too much. But I watch Tyler Perry movies. I do not really watch his TV shows. And the reason why is because they give soap opera. Like, you come to see a comedy or a drama or, whatever it's supposed to be. And if they all give soap opera, that's not fun. That's not exciting. That's not different. And all his stuff gives soap opera to me. So back to what we were talking about. This is the first Black soap opera or Black based. I hear it's a multicultural cast, but everybody that I have seen has been basically Black. But it's the first Black soap opera since 1991. When a show called Generations ended. I think Generations went from 1988, 89 to 1991. Now, I don't remember Generations. I did see that they had a cover on Jet Magazine. So, they was popular to somebody. But I don't remember Generations. I'm also probably not old enough to remember Generations. It wouldn't have been on my forecast like that unless my grandmother was watching it too, okay? And apparently she didn't watch it, at least not when I was with her. But so we got a Black soap opera on network TV. So that's the ABC, the NBC, the Fox, and CBS. And this is going to be on CBS. Now, this millennial does have her own personal soap opera experience, soap opera story, so to speak, okay? I came up during a time when a TV show called Passions was on NBC. It came on TV, okay? And I watched Passions religiously, okay? Religiously. So Passions and All My Children, I want to say they came on, not All My Children, I'm sorry, Days of Our Lives. Passions and Days of Our Lives came on back to back. I think All My Children might have came on in one. I think Days of Our Lives came on at 1:00 after the news And then Passions came on at 2 after Days of Our Lives. And if I'm not mistaken, now she got the whole lineup. If I'm not mistaken, like Dr. Phil came on right after that. Back when Dr. Phil was not so obviously racist, and B, entertaining. Like, this is way before the what's the girl? Catch Me Outside girl. This was before her. This was way before that. Anyway. Passions, which I can see everybody's face right now, but I really can't remember anybody's name. We had the old lady, I think her name was Tabitha. We had the little Pinocchio-esque. I'm trying to think, was like Pinocchio? Was he real? I just remember him being short or small. It might have been a puppet. Tabitha was a witch, if I am mistaken. She was witchy if she wasn't the actual witch, but there we go. And then there was the like the maid's daughter, the maid. They were both Mexican. And the daughter fell in love with the white boy, the rich white boy. I can't tell you nothing about him right now. What's his name? Ethan? And then there was a black girl with curly hair. I don't really see her too much in Hollywood. I'm not saying I don't see her, but I probably don't be paying attention. But I remember she had curly hair. She had the natural hair before, like the natural curls and all that stuff before it was like a thing. And I'm almost sure she had a mother and a brother on the show too. But I remember Passions and watching it, even though right now I'm not giving y'all much. But Passions was that girl, okay? And so for my millennial heart, I am going to check in with Beyond the Gates. Just to, I'm going to try to see if I can see through the gates and see what's going on there, okay? I am interested, because it's all black, or mostly black. It's black centered, let's say. But I'm also concerned because it's all black and black centered. And I don't know who the target audience is. Just because it's about black people and seeming to be centering black people, it doesn't mean the target audience is black. Or when I say that, it just doesn't mean that the target audience is me. Okay. And I just so happen to be black. So I might not be the target audience, because looking at the cast, not even because of that, but when I look at the cast, I'm very disappointed, because I hate to say it, but everybody, most of the bodies that we see, they are light brights. We got light bright, almost white. I need some variety of blackness on the cast. We have enough of, the light bright, almost white, that vibe, that idea, that genre, whatever it is. We have enough of that. We don't need that. Okay. We need variety. Okay. I need all the shades of the black melanated rainbow on there. Okay. Now, I do understand how, you try to make people familially look alike, where everybody want to look like they from the same tribe or everything like that. But I'm also concerned about stereotypes and tropes that come with that. So we already have these being richer people. So we already know that there have been times in the past where, your color is going to get you, your shade of melanin or brown is going to get you into a door where somebody else's shade wouldn't get them into the door. See what I'm saying? So we already know we have those things going on. I hate how we always get the stereotype of a light bright mother, darker, I was gonna say dark is not, but let's just say darker, a darker daddy, and then the kids, they light brights too. The daddy didn't put nothing in them. Like, they can't be in the middle or have black be that dominant genes, and maybe they brown like their daddy. Okay, it is what it is. I hope she knows I hope anybody knows, if you're a lighter skinned person and you're procreating with a darker skinned person, there is no guarantee that your kid is going to be light skinned. Like, that should not be a requirement. If you want light brights, you might have to go with another light bright. And then also, because of the way genetics work, there's no guarantee that the baby y'all produce is going to still be a light bright. As the thing goes, 2 dark-skinned people will make a light-skinned baby. 2 light-skinned people will make a dark-skinned baby. But in movies and TV, in the media, what we always see is the lighter mama, browner daddy, and those kids, they always err on the side of that mama. They give Beyonce, Solange, Miss Tina, and them. That's what they give. Everybody falls into that category. You don't get the browner version of that. But I don't want to harp on that. But it is the first thing that I noticed, okay? I was like, dang, it ain't hardly no brown people in here. And I mean brown. I mean unambiguously black mofos, okay? Unquestionably black. Okay. Now, what else you got in you, or what this, that, and the other? I mean, strong lips, strong nose, strong forehead, strong all of it. Okay. Strong 4C hair. Oh, to boot. Okay. How about that? We don't get that here. Not from the main characters. So the mama is a lady whose name is, her character name is Anita Dupree. I can't think of her own name right now, so we just gonna call her by her character. Her character name is Anita Dupree, and she is the matriarch of this family. Now, based on the name Beyond the Gates, you would think their name was Gates. Like, her name is Anita, you would think she would be Anita Gates, but she is Anita Dupree. Okay. And Anita has 2 daughters, Nicole and Danny, I believe. At least they got, Nicole is a very black name. So at least they got black names. But the dad barely gets any press, any acknowledgement in the things that I have seen about the show. Everything is about strong matriarch, strong matriarch, strong matriarch. And she got secrets, and she, grew up in Chicago, this, that, and the other. But another kind of stereotype that we see, that strong matriarch. I am not against a strong matriarch, okay? I have a family that had a strong matriarch, and guess what? When she passed away, things changed, okay? We were struggling, okay? We were struggling, still struggling to a degree without that lady. But guess what? We also had a strong patriarch, okay? We had a strong patriarch. My grandfather was a strong man in his family as well. And you know what? He did pass away first. And when he passed away, the only reason why we were able to be whole in a sentiment of ourselves is because we had my grandmother. So I'm guessing it would work if things were vice versa for them. If my grandma had gone first, I guess it would work the same. But just, that's just a stereotype. We always have the strong black woman doing all the things. Can we celebrate, acknowledge whatever strong black men in some of these situations too in the media? So I'm not saying that the dad is not strong, that he's not active, that he's not whatever in the family. Like I said, the show hasn't come on, I don't know. But the emphasis from the media has been on this mother. And I understand. But, I mean, can it be a strong power couple? Can they be a strong power couple together? You know what I'm saying? I don't want her to be just like the backbone either. I support my man. I take care of the house. I take care of everything so he can be great. I don't want to see that either per se. But it's interesting. But everybody is light skinned. And the show is based in Maryland. It says right outside of DC. So it gives PG County. It gives, to bring it to book related content, it's given like Our Kind of People and The Wedding that Halle Berry starred in on the movie, but it's given The Wedding. I can't think of the author of either one of those books right now, but The Wedding and Our Kind of People. It's given that privilege PG County, which is Prince George County in Maryland, where I don't know if it's still the same, but it used to be like one of the richest per capita of black people type of thing. Just a lot of rich black people there. I'm happy for them. Like I said, I'm from Atlanta. There's a lot of rich black people here too. But the element of them being rich and light-skinned, those things make me just wonder, like, am I going to relate to this or whatever? Because I just want to see the variety. Now, I'm from the city, so, I also, because it's a soap opera, because they're supposed to be rich, I don't want to see those other stereotypes either. Like, we get enough of that from, like, think about Love and Hip Hop. That's an entertainment stereotype. Think about The Shy and P Valley. Like, you get those other stereotypes there. We get enough of that. So I'm really having to even keep my mind, be open-minded about, this is just another side, Lauren. It's another side. Let's see how they do it over there. Okay, let's peek through the gates and see what it's about. But I just wonder if it's going to have those Black-centered ideas and ideologies in there. Like, money shouldn't, I assume, be an issue for them. So how do you incorporate things like Black Lives Matters or supporting Black businesses, maybe giving capital to Black businesses? Is the doctor and the lawyer and the banker, are they banking Black? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can do little subtle things, like have one of the people in the neighborhood or one of the friend group, something like that, be a Black bank owner. And, we've always supported Miss Jackson at her bank, this, that, and the other. And now you want to go open an account at this other place, this, that. They just, it's a storyline possibility there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would be interested to see how we work in the Black element of it. I don't want it to be ignored. And whether you're Black and rich, Black and poor, there are some things that Black just trumps all of that. You know what I'm saying? It either unites us or, it just trumps all of that. Because, are they going to have an experience where somebody who is dressed nice still has that Karen moment? Like, whether I was in here in a hoodie and glasses and whatever, or if I'm in here dressed up, you scared just because I'm Black. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize that I'm rich. I might be richer than you, but you just see me as Black. And so now you scared. And now I'm the problem. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's complicated. I'm just saying it's really going to be something that's going to be interesting to see them work out and work towards. I hope they do address just Black-centered issues, because you can't say it's a Black soap opera and then ignore the fact that they're Black. You see what I'm saying? We got to keep it Black. Like, they better celebrate Juneteenth on this show. Those type of things. So I just wonder. And because it is a collaboration between CBS and the NAACP, I'm hoping that some of that NAACP type things, civil rights and activism, will be incorporated into that. Like, they can have a Michael Evans of the bunch, who is just a militant and keeping the family on their toes, probably keeping the family in touch with their roots, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, little Johnny from down the street, down the way, who live outside the gates, he got shot for nothing, or he got shot playing with a toy. Tamir Rice, those type of things. He got shot, and it's up to us to either boycott along with those people, picket along with those people, or, pay for his funeral, pay for, start a scholarship in his name, like something like that. And it might not be fair for me to go into it expecting certain things. I done gave them a couple storylines already, expecting certain things, but fair or not, I do expect, if you're gonna say it's Black, you need to give Black, okay, in some kind of way. And like I said, it'll be a different type of Black, because they are trying to be rich and bougie and this, that, and the other. I'm sure they're going to have high tea and all those type of things, but it still need to be Black, okay? But I do realize that it's going to be a different level of dramatics, because it is a soap opera. Soap operas are, long-winded. It take a whole week to get through one scene. It take a whole week for one little thing to play out. So that's the one thing about soaps. They are long. They be drawn out a little bit. They dramatic. They extra. But it also gives you that escapism. You know what I'm saying? And escapism for me personally, for a dramatic or a scripted show, is better than the reality stuff. Because the reality stuff is like, real people doing fake stuff. Whereas, I don't know, the scripted stuff, they're faking. They're faking. They're actors, and that's okay. They're acting out a scenario. They're using, somebody's imagination is being explored or, whatever put out there when you see this stuff. Reality TV, it just be too much because they try to present it as the real deal and all this fighting and arguing. And when you see it in real settings, like, because I live in Atlanta and I see all this stuff that's like I've been there before, or I drove by there before, or I wanted to go there. And now I don't want to go there because Love and Hip Hop been there. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody going to be trying to go there. They going to come from out of town and be like, let's go to the place with Love and Hip. Nope, I don't even want to go there no more. You done ruined it. But I'll sound dramatic right now. I need to be on the soap opera. But all in all, I am looking forward to the soap opera. I love to see Black people in creative spaces. That's why I'm willing to embrace it, whether it's, inside of my norm or outside of the norm per se. I'm just going to check it out and see what it's about. One thing I like about soap operas is because they are, like we said, long and drawn out, you can jump in and you can jump out. And as long as the characters are, the same, you kind of you get to pick back up on what's happening. So I probably won't be like a loyal everyday watcher. Definitely not, because I gotta go to work. But once a week for sure, that type of thing, to catch up. Like I'm gonna have to watch it a couple times. Sometimes it might be like a Monday is the day to catch up, or a Friday is the day. Friday, you're gonna be left in some kind of suspense or whatever. Or I might binge watch on the weekends and watch all of it. Like, we're gonna see. In the beginning, I'll probably be very into it, trying to see what's going on, trying to keep up with it. And then hopefully, if it turns out to be like these other soap operas that have lasted, 20, 30, 40 years, then I can just jump in and out as needed and necessary, and still be able to enjoy plots and storylines and all those type of things. The one thing I hope is that it doesn't become like artificial, which is still TV. I have to remember that. But I think about how many times things have happened and it's like, oh, it was a daydream. What? They did that on Roseanne. They did that on, what was that show? I can't remember what show, but even like Who Shot JR? I think about Power, Who Shot Ghost. Like, I guess you can give us some of that. I wouldn't be mad at that, but I just don't want it to be fake. When I think about Passions and I think about that little Pinocchio-esque boy or person who I don't remember his name, I don't want that. I want it to be realistic. But I see it's going to be dramatic, because the one lady, she was throwing herself around the room and doing all kind of crazy yelling and stuff. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. I would probably fast forward through that. But this is my pre-first impressions. Because like the show hasn't come on yet, but from what we have seen as far as like a trailer and snippets, little peeks and things like that, I am looking forward to watching it on February 24th on CBS. I'm going to give it a chance. Okay, I'm going to give it a chance. I don't like the idea of Black shows being canceled, especially when they cancel so like soon. It's only one season in and they get canceled. When I think about Queens, when I think about Our Kind of People, when I think about it's so many shows that are being canceled so soon, and we only get one. Lovecraft Country, like, we only get 1 or 2 seasons, and it's like we were just getting into it. You got all these boring shows that look paler, but they get to be the exception. I don't know why. I wonder if it's like a money thing or what. But shout out to CBS for embracing this Black culture. CBS is home of Morris Chestnut's new show, Watson. And it's also home of The Neighborhood, which stars Cedric the Entertainer and Tashina Arnold. And it's also home of The Equalizer with Queen Latifah. And it's also home of the show Bob Loves Abishola. Or maybe it's Abishola Loves Bob. I don't know which order it comes in. But all of those are Black leading shows. Morris Chestnut, Black AF. Cedric the Entertainer, Tashina Arnold, Black AF. And there are other characters on their show that are, other races, but it's the two of them and they black kids, Martin and Malcolm. Come on now, their names Martin and Malcolm. Super black. Queen Latifah, Queen Black, okay? She was a single mother on this show, but hey, single mothers got to be represented too, because I am one. But that's not important. And then Abishola and Bob. Abishola is, I want to say she's Nigerian. Let's just say she's a immigrant and she falls in love with like a plain Jane white boy. But that show, I love it. I love it. I'm not 100% sure about Abishola and Bob. I don't know if that's actively airing on TV right now. I could be watching repeats and not realize it, but it's a good show. It's worth watching, at least checking out. But that's a mixed cast as well. But they lead with black characters, all four of them. So shout out to CBS for being kind of seemingly woke, okay? Because the Neighborhood with Cedric the Entertainer, that's like 5, if not 6 seasons in. Like, they could be looking at syndication soon. And I love that for them. Hopefully, Beyond the Gates will be in the running to be a long-lasting show as well. Hopefully, it'll give us those, 5, 10, 15, 20 years of goodness. Now, just like all soap operas, if you've ever watched a soap opera, you might have watched it in the beginning and a character was young. They was young. They might have been in high school, college, whatever. And now that's somebody's grandma. That's somebody's grandma, somebody's auntie. You age up. I'm not going to say you age out because Erica Kane, okay, she did the thing. But you do age up. So you're not necessarily always going to be like the main storyline anymore. It might go towards the younger people or whatever, but that's okay. That's okay. Long as it gets black, it stays black. And hopefully it'll get blacker in its hue, tint, and color. And I hate to sound like just a whatever person, but it is what it is. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Okay, ain't that what they say? That is what they said. Look, if you've made it this far in this video, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for listening. I'm glad that you were here to get caught up in a soap with Lauren. I might have to come back and do some more commentary on this Beyond the Gates, because if it's giving what it's supposed to give, I'm going to want to share it with you, just like I do with the books. I do want to say that coming soon, we do have some more book reviews. I'm going to do like a throwback video of the classics for me. They got me into reading, what got me hooked. And one of those books that I really don't give credit to, that many people do give credit to, is probably gonna surprise you. It's a millennial classic and it's not my favorite. If you want to know what book that is, you have to like, share, and subscribe and come back when that video drops. I thank you very much for watching. Thank you for getting caught up in a book with Lauren, and I will see you next time. Happy reading, everybody. Bye-bye.